Hello, this is Gray. I'm here to share with you with a fresh word for you for today. What I want to do specifically for this week is to share with you a psalm that I have been studying, and that's Psalm 78. It's a long psalm, it's got 72 verses. But what I will do is I will share a few verses at a time for the rest of this week, every day actually. And the reason being is I think there is more, we glean more, we learn more when we study a chapter, a book at a time rather than jumping from one to another. And yeah, why Psalm 78 again? It's a psalm that shows God's goodness, but it also shows the full extent of the sinfulness of man. And I think there's no better time to talk about these two than now. The chapter that we're going to go through is written by a guy called Asaph. Yes, he was inspired by the Holy Spirit, but he is the one that actually put the pen to paper, as they say. He was a music director in the time of David and Solomon. And this is called a wisdom psalm, but it is also called a historical psalm. So it's full of wisdom, but it's also talking about the history of the Israelites. So this today I'll do verses 1 and verses 2. So here we go. I'm using an NLT version. O my people, listen to my instructions. Open your ears to what I am saying. For I will speak to you in a parable. I will teach you hidden lessons from our past. So the start of this book does remind you of the book of Proverbs, where it says it's asking for people to listen to the instructions and to open their ears to what the person is saying. And it also talks about speaking in a parable, so hiding wisdom in stories and teaching hidden lessons from our past. So looking at our past, but as we look at our past, gleaning from them the lessons that people may have missed out. So what does this mean for you and me? First and foremost, I think is verse 1, where it says, listen to my instructions and open your ears to what I am saying. Every time you want to say something, this is the thing that you will ask of people, to give you their attention. But here's the thing that you and I do not do. We choose what we want to hear, and we choose what we do not want to hear. And most of the times, the things that we don't want to hear are things that happened in the past and things that are truth. Why? Because we do not want to learn from history. And because we do not want to learn from history, we keep doing it again and again and again. How many times have you been in a situation and know that you've messed up, and at that point you say, I wish I had listened, or I wish I hadn't done that? Because you knew at that point, you knew what you should have or should not do. Someone had told you, but you didn't listen. And this is why, as I say, history keeps repeating itself. So what's the lesson from you today? Just listen. Jesus said in Revelations, he who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of God is saying, and let it be true for us, not only in this context as we're studying Psalm 78, but in our everyday lives, to let go the grudges, the filters, and whatever it is we're putting in our ears when someone starts talking to us about truth, or someone starts relating to us what happened in the past. Because by denying the past, we are most liable to do it again. So as you sit there, have a think, and just question yourself, what am I not listening to? What am I running from in the past? What is it that I can stop, look back, and see what I can learn as I go forward, so that I do not do again? And what wisdom am I running from that will help me in future to make good decisions? I will see you tomorrow. This is our start, like I say. Psalm 78, a book of Asaph. We're going to do all 72 chapters every day of the week. I'll see you tomorrow.